Boxingego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. Gervonta "Tank" Davis reacts to Vasyl Lomachenko beating mutual opponent Jose Pedraza. Stay tuned. What up, fight world? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing if you want to become part of the gang. Notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We working. Shout out to the new channel members we got. You know, if you want to join, there's a blue link by the subscribe button underneath the video, and your contribution helps the channel, comes with some extra perks. Now, I watched Vasyl Lomachenko versus Jose Pedraza. Good fight. ESPN main event, and the barometer was kind of because Pedraza moved up after fighting and losing to Tank Davis. And they even talked about this, like, hey, how did, like in the build-up and stuff, and the fighter bios, they talked about, you know, how did you take it after losing to Tank Davis, right, on the ESPN coverage. Tank Davis, who beat Pedraza, and that was his big step up at the time, right, to show what he was, you know, it was the best name on his resume at that time, you know, maybe even to this day. But he fought him and he knocked him out. So a lot of people were kind of looking at this particular fight and gonna gauge how Lomachenko looked coming off a layoff and with the shoulder injury, how he looked against a guy who just moved up that Tank beat and stuff like that. You know, that's just kind of what fans do. Tank responded to the fight. You know, he did it in a subliminal way, but this is what he said. I'm different. 2019, gonna show what I'm talking about. 2020, I'm aiming for pay-per-view. Watch me work. You know, and then people, you know, obviously people are comparing Pedraza. Pedraza ain't no bum. You know, so Tank Davis, he lets you know that, you know, he's coming to prove something, right? Then he goes on to say, you know, Leonard Ellerbe kind of co-signed it. Then he says, a focused tank is a dangerous tank. And then this is, you know, probably the most obvious of the mentions. He said 2 shots versus 43 shots. You pick. Pretty much referring to that 11th round, I believe, where Lomachenko dropped Pedraza hard, and he had like a onslaught. He threw everything but the kitchen sink. And Tank Davis is saying, like, you know, I did that with much fewer shots, 2 shots. Dropped him easy, just bop, you know. And I'm going to watch the Tank Pedraza fight again, or at least the highlight. And, you know, I might even watch the whole fight today, you know, get something to eat. And, you know, without a doubt, Tank Davis is a big puncher, and he's explosive, and he has that mean streak that you kind of need in boxing. A lot of people sleep on this. Gervonta Tank Davis has an amateur pedigree. He has over 250 amateur fights, and he has, you know, I think like 230 wins or 250. I forgot his exact resume off the top of my head, but, you know, Tank versus Lomachenko obviously is a big fight. A lot of people have talked about for a while. You know, triangle theories don't really work in boxing. Even though Tank knocked out Pedraza, you know, we would have to see them fight. But I think the reality of it is Lomachenko, he didn't look the same. Like, he looked like, to me, he looked kind of disinterested. And I was putting this during the live tweets. You know, he looked a bit kind of disinterested, and, you know, it didn't look like the same exact Lomachenko, like where he was just getting off doing whatever he wants. But he got the job done. I think a great fight would now be, you know, Mikey Garcia, win, lose, or draw with Errol Spence, you know, Lomachenko and Mikey Garcia, or Tank. I mean, that's what people are. Oh, wow. Look, someone tweeted me this. Tank Davis somewhere talking shit. They tweeted me that during the fight. I said Pedraza needs to jab a lot more. Round 7, Loma was doing well. Then Pedraza came back. You know, I think ultimately people, you know, I'm just going to say it as bluntly as possible. People expected more. I think they expected more from Lomachenko. You're talking about a guy who some sports bets had him 36-1, 50-1 underdog, and Jose Pedraza not only went the distance, but, you know, he had held a good account of himself. And even in the rounds early that he lost, he didn't lose it by no crazy margin. You know, he didn't lose it by no crazy margin. He was still in there. He was still competitive, still, you know, crafty. I thought he had good, you know, this was after the first round. I think I tweeted this. I said, Pedraza not doing bad, getting caught with some viper left hands here and there. But all in all, so far, Lomachenko doesn't seem to have the same pacing he normally has. Long layoff may have caused timing to be off a bit. Loma not throwing as much as normal, and he's not as hectic. What I mean by that is like the pacing didn't look as hectic, you know. Loma's more cautious, this is what a fan said, with someone who's matching his punch rate. I noticed that too, probably layoff and shoulder, maybe Pedraza's TBE. You know, Pedraza was hanging in there. The fight was actually pretty close. I don't know, the ESPN, you know, Stephen A. Smith, he doesn't, Andre Ward looks like he just deals with whatever Stephen A. Smith is saying, screaming A. Smith. You know, he looks like he just deals with it and he just lets him talk out of respect. But, you know, Stephen A. Smith just be saying whatever, to be honest. And real boxing fans see it and they're like, what is this man talking about? You know, he had Lomachenko, like, I said round 4 was Lomachenko's best round, that's 4. But at early on, look, I tweeted this. I said, Stephen A. Smith has Lomachenko up 3 rounds to 1. He only gave Pedraza 1 round. And I said, get him out of here. He said Loma has been active. Wow, Loma didn't even throw that much in the first 3. Okay. Nah, bro. See, and y'all wonder why Wilder, Fury, and stuff, and people have different scorecards. He says Loma completely dominated, bruh. Loma did not dominate in the first 3 rounds. See, that's what I'm saying. You wonder why people's scorecards be all over the place. You know, but Stephen A. Smith should be guessing. But anyway, it is what it is. Tank Davis and Loma is a good fight. Mikey Garcia, Loma is a good fight. Make them happen, you know. But first, I believe Tank is probably going to fight Abner Matas. Let's see how that plays out. But that's Tank Davis's response. You know, Lomachenko, congrats on the victory. Let me know what you guys think. And, you know, just from what I've seen, the feedback, people are looking at this fight as, you know, this is more of a competitive fight than I thought. Because, you know, a guy like Pedraza, no disrespect to him, but a lot of people, he's a 50-1 underdog. You know, when Golovkin fought guys that were 50-1 underdogs like Willie Monroe, he got him out in the 6th round and stuff, and or pretty much dominated. So we'll see. Maybe it was an off night, you know, maybe it's the division. We don't really know. This is only his 2nd fight at lightweight, but he still got the job done. He's fighting bigger guys and he's still getting the victory. So, you know, and he still was able to hurt his last 2 opponents. So we'll see. But I think the fight people are clamoring for is either Gervonta Tank Davis. I still want to see Machado. He's talking about moving up to 35. I think that's a good fight, or Mikey Garcia. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure you smash the like button. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button. And you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.